Good morning, everyone. It's Karuana, and welcome to another Mondays at Microsoft, where we break down everything that's going on in the Microsoft world with a special focus on AI business solutions, Power Platform, and just everything that's happening. I am still Karuana, the Director of Customer Advocacy for AI and Collaboration, and I'm joined by my wonderful friend.
Hey, and I am still Heather Cook, Principal Community Evangelist for Microsoft 365 Customer Advocacy Group, coming to you live from Chicago.
Hi, you're in Chicago. I was like, where are you, Heather?
Yeah, this is not the normal eclectic background for sure. Yes, I was in Minneapolis last week for the Twin Cities Community Days event with all of our awesome Minneapolis community. And then I'm here this week for AI Tour Chicago. So a little Midwest tour for me. So
We love that. We love that. Well, what's coming up, Heather?
yeah, so we're going to get into it. We're going to take a look at Microsoft's $3 billion investment in the UK, as well as the truths about AI at work from Jared Spataro. Caruana.
And a plethora of announcements that came out of our engineering team last week on Microsoft 365 Copilot and SharePoint. Stick around with us for the next 30 minutes. You will not want to miss all the exciting news that we have to share. Wherever you're watching, please, hit all the buttons, share and subscribe. And a big thank you to our sponsor, Sure.
Yay. We also are planning future episodes for our next season. And so we would love your feedback. We'd love to hear your favorite segments, how you watch the show, and then any suggestions you have to shape our future episodes. So if you visit the link below, we have a survey for you. And I don't know, maybe there might be a prize or something for, surveys.
Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe we'll do that. So that'll be fun. So yeah, right on. Let's get into our big rocks, Caruana. We got some big ones this week. Big cool stuff.
Oh, yes, we do. Yes, do fill out that survey. We really want to hear from you. You never know what may be happening and what's up Heather's sleeve. That's we all wonder that on a regular basis. We're starting today's episode with the question of the day. If you're watching live on YouTube or LinkedIn or Facebook, we want you to listen to the next three news stories and then answer this question in the chat, or just answer in general. Have you started building agents yet in your organization? What would help you get started? Inquiring minds really want to know what would help you there. While you think about that question, we'll dive into the big rocks, which are shaping the AI landscape. Last week was huge for us in the engineering team. Around collaboration and AI. September 18th, we had a huge set of announcements of new AI features in the collaboration space. And Nicole Herskowitz wrote a fantastic blog that has all of the information in it. And you can go ahead and click on the additional blogs for each one of the product areas. And this is a major leap in Microsoft 365 Copilot. Collaborative AI agents that act as real teammates across Microsoft Teams, SharePoint, Viva Engage, and they go beyond personal assistance to support entire teams with context-aware intelligence. This is where these really become super useful to you in your everyday work. The channel agent might be my favorite thing of all time, and it summarizes discussions and drafts plans. You know your girl is not that great at status reports. Well, the channel agent can help with that. The facilitator agent co-hosts meetings with agendas and action items, and in Viva Engage, the sales community agent manages announcements and answers questions. And then in SharePoint, where my heart still beats, the knowledge agent organizes content and surfaces insights. We're going to be talking a lot about this over coming days. So you want to get familiar with all of this, but together they transform these scattered workflows into more streamlined collaboration. They're built on Microsoft Graph and enterprise-grade security, and these agents are all in public preview. The facilitator agent is already generally available, so hopefully you're all using that. But with open integration through the Model Context Protocol, third-party agents can also join this ecosystem. And this is the future of teamwork, where AI doesn't just assist, it collaborates. And for me, it really speeds up all of those things that you need to do. You need to get the notes places, you need to synthesize the information. But let's take a closer look. We have a little clip for you that I want to roll right here.
Hey everyone, I'm Kendra, a product manager at Microsoft. Let me show you how our newest agents in Teams channels, meetings, and communities act like a teammate that helps you stay on track and get things done. Imagine we work at a clothing company and we're gearing up to launch our new line. Zava Core Fiber. To plan the launch, my team set up a new Teams channel called Core Fiber Launch, our space to collaborate and get things done. Each channel can have its own dedicated agent, an expert grounded in the latest information from that channel's conversations and meetings. The agent takes on the name of the channel. My manager asked me to compare our new line with the competition. Luckily, I can just ask the agent in the channel to help. The agent quickly pulls the competitive information I need and drafts a summary for me. I can review and edit the comparison if needed. This one looks pretty good, so I asked the agent to send it to my manager, who it already knows, without any additional input. To stay on top of our launch plan, I've asked the agent to draft weekly status reports every Thursday. Once again, I can make edits before posting to the channel, where the whole team can stay in the loop. Having an agent in our channel is like having a teammate that knows all of our decisions and updates in real time, helping us stay.
That is fantastic. You see what I'm saying? I love those status reports, but it means you got to move out of all those group chats and get yourself into the channels. We're going to be helping you do that with new content on adoption@microsoft.com. So stay tuned for all of that. Fantastic work coming out of engineering. And thank you to Kendra for that awesome clip. So now let's turn to our next big rock, which is fantastic. This is all about our investments in the United Kingdom. Microsoft is making its biggest United Kingdom investment ever, $30 billion with a B, $30 billion between 2025 and 2028. Half is going to power new cloud and AI infrastructure, including the UK's largest supercomputer with 23,000 NVIDIA GPUs built within scale. The other half supports Microsoft's 6,000 UK employees across research, model development, data centers, gaming, and customer support. This expansion, it grows our data center footprint to serve organizations like Barclays and Vodafone and the NHS and the London Stock Exchange Group. And early results show major productivity gains. Vodafone reported 4 extra hours a week during Copilot pilots. So Microsoft is also investing in people. Over 1 million in the UK have already received AI skills training supported by Microsoft Research in Cambridge and the London AI Center. So Prime Minister Starmer shared that the commitment will not only strengthen our digital infrastructure and support thousands of highly skilled jobs, but also ensure Britain remains at the forefront of global innovation as we deliver on our plan for change. So this $30 billion commitment fuels world-class infrastructure, upskilling talent, and trusted responsible AI for the United Kingdom's future. So check all of that out. I love how we're doing this work, especially around the sustainability of our new data centers. There's great work that's happening there. There's just so much going on. Oh my goodness.
Wow, that's so amazing. And I was so excited to see Kendra. I didn't know she did that video.
Yeah,
That's so
it's a
awesome.
great video, isn't it?
Oh,
She did a
yeah.
great job, and it's actually longer. It's got a view of all of the new agent work.
Okay,
There's
yeah.
another video in that blog that was done on the SharePoint Knowledge Agent. And so great videos there. I'm really excited, though, about the demos that are in the other blogs
Yeah.
because you can click through and actually see the product. It's like getting your hands on it. So I always think that's fantastic.
Yeah, that's super cool. We work with Kendra and her team on all of our events. So yay, shout out Kendra. Yeah, good stuff. And shout out team. This was a huge week last week. You know, like obviously you know this, but folks, like, you know, our entire team gearing up, putting these together, the blogs, the demos, the videos, and all of that stuff. And then, you know, as we all do when you launch something, right? You push it out and then you're like, okay, what do we you know, and like
everybody just got some sleep, frankly, because the product makers were just pushing. I mean, the clock speed, the AI pace of change is pretty intense.
Big.
So
yeah, for sure. So yeah, speaking of AI, you know, more AI, going to Jared Spataro, our CMO for AI at Work. You know, while the $30 billion UK investment is showing that scale, you know, of AI's future, Jared reminds us that success isn't just about infrastructure, but it's about how leaders put AI into practice. So in the latest Work Lab article, he pushes back on all the AI hype, and he urges leaders to focus on real-world impact. Many studies, he explains, are misread, like one on 200,000 Copilot chats, wrongly framed as job-threatening when it actually shows AI supporting people, not replacing them. And so to cut through the noise, he introduces the 3 C's filter: context, comparisons, and consequences, helping leaders really evaluate AI claims with that clarity that is needed. So we have a video from Jared himself talking about all the good stuff.
So take the assumption that people in the business world have pretty much, I think, concluded, you know what, AI is going to radically change what the future looks like. I think most people have gotten there, mostly because they've seen enough to realize this isn't a parlor trick. This is real technology that keeps getting better. So question number one is like, hey, if I'm a business leader of any type, how do I like change the place that I work in today to actually be one of these frontier firms? You know, what does that look like, and how do I run a frontier firm? And then the question that individuals ask is like, well, if my company's going to change or companies change, how do I work in one of those frontier firms? So if you follow that thought a little bit, AI leaders are like, if I were to translate it into my words, not theirs, but like, give me some blueprints, please. You know, help me understand what this looks like so that I can change the things that I have control over, you know, the workflows, the budget allocation, the organization. And I think end users are just like, teach me how to work in this new way. How do I adapt so that I am ready for that new world?
Jared also notes that early productivity dips often reflect learning curves, not inefficiency, right? Every time you try to adopt something new, maybe you'll have a little dip, but usually you come back up, right? The takeaway is that AI isn't magic. It extends human judgment when implemented thoughtfully, right? Leaders should run structured pilots, measure outcomes, and build trust as a collaborative partner with AI for sure. So AI at Work, Seeking Truth About AI for Business for Jared Spataro. It's a great article and a great video. So definitely check it out. There's more. So we're going to take a look at the question of the day, since we've covered some big stories here. The new AI teammates and Microsoft 365 Copilot, Microsoft's $30 billion investment in UK infrastructure, and Jared's call for leaders to focus on real world. So have you started building agents yet in your organization? And what would help you get started? Definitely let us know in the chat, and we'll check those out here in a little bit. Anything looking good there, Karuana, that we want to address in the chat about agents?
I don't think so quite yet. I did a moment of compassion from Cody Kern, though. When you have a facilitator, let your team know, especially in IT, it freaks out the team. I think that's true of these new capabilities. Yep. But for any IT team that's freaked out, we have technical readiness documentation of all the cool things that you can do. It's pretty reasonably simple to go through and secure your tenant and make sure none of these agents are using what they shouldn't be using. They go off the permissions of the person. So if people are nervous, or they think, well, what is this thing that's in my chat that you can actually talk to in chat? It's worth using some of our quick guides to help everybody get on the same page. But yes, I have empathy for that, for that commentary.
Sure.
There's one other note here. Do we know when these are going to be generally available? Facilitator already is. I would guess that the rest of them will be generally available by Ignite, which is in November. Yep. So November 17th, I believe, is the first day of Ignite. And so I would guess that is the target.
Yeah, usually is. Those big events usually are targets for big announcements and GAs for sure. So
absolutely. Right. And thank you to everybody out there who's filling in this survey. We really appreciate you. The survey is super important to make sure that we can continue to evolve this show in ways that make it meaningful for you. This whole show is about all of you and all of us trying to just keep up with everything that's going on. That's why Heather and I started it. It's like we couldn't keep up. We're like, what's happening? So we built a show where we get to keep up. Absolutely. All right. So now there's so much going on. Let's take a look at a couple of things in case you missed it that you might have missed. This is important. Microsoft seized 338 websites to disrupt a rapidly growing Raccoon O365 phishing service. We wanted to highlight this major cybersecurity win. Our Microsoft Digital Crimes Unit seized these 338 websites tied to this phishing as a service platform, and it was used to steal Microsoft 365 credentials. Backed by a court order in New York, the takedown disrupted a global network that had compromised at least 5,000 accounts in 94 countries, right? It was marketed on Telegram. It offered subscription plans, phishing kits, and tools to bypass multi-factor authentication authentication, and its operators collected over $100,000 in crypto, targeting healthcare, finance, and more. Through legal action, domain seizures, and blockchain tracing, Microsoft and its partners sent a clear message. Phishing threats keep evolving, but so do our defenses. So thank you. Big shout out for the cybersecurity team. And cyber attacks are getting sneakier every day. Heather, have you ever almost clicked on one of these suspicious links? Microsoft sends them out sometimes kind of to test all of us. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, I'm super hyper about it. I always ask people, is this real? And they're like, yes, it is real. But some of them don't look real, especially those like surveys that are like the personality surveys or leadership surveys. Sometimes those can look a little fishy for sure. But I've had actually someone who I was working with click on get something and ask me, are we paying this person? And I'm like, who are you talking about? And they're like, oh, you told me to. And I'm like, no, I didn't. And so
exactly.
Definitely. Yeah, it's scary. And it's scary if people aren't used to just looking for the, main tools of like the two. Look at who it's from, and look at, some of those things that are just sort of the key red flags, as it were. So
absolutely. I'm always trying to teach my in-laws, don't click on anything. I think I put the fear of God into them. Don't click on anything. Don't do it, because I'm not always close by to come fix your computer.
Yeah, absolutely. And you look at that thing that you're like, oh, raccoon, that seems cool and interesting, and a mascot and all of that, like, of course I should do that, right? Or check it out. So so they're sneaky and tricky. So anyway, but so I was in Minneapolis, and next door in Wisconsin, there's some cool things going on with the tech over there. So let me tell you about that. So we're spotlighting today Fairwater, which is Microsoft's $7 billion AI center in Mount Pleasant, Wisconsin. Designed to be the world's most powerful supercomputer, it will link hundreds of thousands of NVIDIA GPUs for 10x today's performance. So Fairwater is built for sustainability with closed loop cooling and 100% carbon-free energy, while creating 3,000 construction jobs and 800 permanent roles. That's super cool. Microsoft is also training over 1,000 students through the Wisconsin Data Center Academy and partnering locally to expand broadband and AI innovation. So Fairwater isn't just infrastructure, it's a model for responsible AI built with purpose and rooted in community, and responsible sustainability, of course, as well. Coming into a community with this type of technology, we're bringing jobs, we're bringing sustainability, we're bringing thoughtfulness, and I love hearing that we do that, and that's just a really cool thing with Microsoft. So it's an incredible story, big news for AI and also for people. Karuana, I think this is that tech investment that really lifts up a community,
Absolutely.
And I love to hear that, because that's sometimes not the case.
Yeah, that's so true. And I think also that there's been some fair criticism of AI and its energy and water needs. And so I'm really happy that we're working on the sustainability of these new capabilities. And I was reading another article about this. They're taking this tech that they're using in this and applying it to other data centers to make them more sustainable. Because it was an issue. Absolutely. And so we're still tracking to those 2030 goals as a company. And this is still a priority. We've never let our foot off the gas in terms of our carbon neutrality goals for 2030.
Yep, absolutely. And so product news, big product news, and some things coming up soon that we want to continue to talk about and shout out, because big one, right? With OneDrive.
Absolutely. I'm so excited. And you'll see this on our feeds this week. Our OneDrive event is coming up. This is our third annual OneDrive digital event happening on Wednesday, October 8th, and you really don't want to miss it. We put a lot of effort into bringing you a fun and engaging event on Copilot and OneDrive so that we can show you all the fantastic things that are happening in the OneDrive from the OneDrive team directly. So this is an engineering crafted event. I've got the chance to be behind the camera for this. And we're also going to have a live AMA afterwards, so you can bring all of your questions. So make sure that you save your spot. Come and join us on October 8th, and you'll get to see all of these latest innovations. Jeff Teeper will be there, and Jason Moore, and so many of the fantastic team that actually builds OneDrive. We just shot this in studio last week. It was so much fun. I had a great time. Let's give you a quick peek of what you can expect from the digital event. We know you want to work smarter and get stuff done. OneDrive is ready when you are with a litany of AI features for home and work. With intelligence in every click and inspiration in every memory, OneDrive continues to bring you secure and smart features that make it your personal genius. You'll want to hear all about what we can do to power your day and all your file storage needs at our event on October 8th at 9 a.m. Pacific. We'll take you through a product showcase of the most important features to show you how OneDrive uses Copilot and AI to be more than just file storage. Then ask your questions to the makers who build OneDrive in our live Ask Microsoft Anything event. This is a must-watch event for anyone who saves files, takes photos, or collaborates with the team. Copilot and OneDrive are here to make sure you get stuff done every day. I love it. I love it. And, for those of you who might be still thinking of OneDrive a little bit differently, it really is coming together with all the goodness in SharePoint. You can sync those SharePoint document libraries right to your OneDrive so that you can save files exactly where they need to be in the channels that you work in, and then power those channel agents so that they have the right information to be really valuable. And so I'm just thrilled about the way OneDrive uses Copilot and simplifies everything, because what's also important is everything that's going on in the SharePoint world. Many of you know that this is the place that I came from, Heather, as well. So many things happening, and we want to talk about the knowledge agent. That is what is happening now. This is one of the most exciting new AI tools in Microsoft 365, and it's making its debut now. It was part of those fantastic announcements on the 18th. And John Miguel wrote a fantastic blog about this that shows you exactly how this new AI assistant is helping you keep your content clean and organized and ready for Copilot. So it's in public preview now, and it shows up as a floating button on every SharePoint page. You want to go into SharePoint and then take a look at that little floating button and click on that, because it's going to offer you context-aware suggestions and actions. It can enrich metadata, fix broken links, flag outdated pages, and even use natural language commands to archive content and send notifications, or my favorite, generate FAQs. You can ask it to summarize pages or compare documents, and you can use it alongside of your ability to use Copilot to actually create pages from documents and other things. So go check out John's blog, get started testing this. It is in preview, and as I mentioned, it will probably be generally available by Ignite in November.
That is super exciting. We've got something else in public preview on the business application side. And yay, SharePoint team. This is so cool. Yeah. So many great blogs and videos already by our Microsoft MVP community that are out there. LinkedIn, it was like, wow. I was like, wow, look at that. So, you can tell when people are excited about a feature by how many articles are written by our community on it. So it was really exciting to see. I'll have to figure out who was first to do it. So I was looking.
That's a good idea. We should find out. Absolutely.
There was a lot. And usually there's a race, gotta be first. So it's kind of fun. But just flipping over into the Power Platform and Copilot Studio side of the house. So while Knowledge Agent is making SharePoint smarter and easier to manage, we are also pushing automation to the next level. So in Copilot Studio, there's a new capability called computer use, which is also in public preview, and it's giving AI the power to interact with apps and websites just like we do. So the new capability lets AI agents interact with websites and desktop apps just like a human. So clicking buttons, entering data, and navigating screens without APIs. So it's built for tasks like pulling data from dashboards, filling out forms, and automating workflows across internal systems. So users can run it in a hosted Windows 365 browser or register their own machines for custom scenarios. So with low-code design, built-in templates, and secure credential controls, computer use makes powerful automation accessible, safe, and code-free. A real game changer for streamlining repetitive work. So now in public preview, you can check that out, and a great blog by Joe Fernandez. So I'm going to flip into community and events. So you can check out the one-stop shop for all community events, as you know, at our communitydays.org website. Right, that's a website. Announcing the launch of the user group listings on the Microsoft Tech community. So if you're a user group leader, we have a new feature currently in preview on the tech community, fully launching by the end of this month. It's designed to bring together individuals with shared interests, roles, or technologies and enable deeper collaboration and discussions and learning. So if you have a user group, you can sign into your Microsoft account on the tech community. You can browse available groups, or you can create a new user group to start your own. You can also share feedback to help shape the future of user groups. Our team, Karuana's team, Brian and Josh work on that on the back end. And so we'd love to hear your feedback on user groups now available on Tech Community. And if you're an event producer, as you know, the Microsoft Global Community Initiative is the place where we help train budding event producers and where event producers share their tips and tricks and best practices. We have a community hub also on the tech community where you can ask questions, and then you can join our monthly general sessions and event training webinars as well. So come on over and join us in the MGCI community hub. Spotlight on the M365 Ottawa Community Days, which is coming up September 26th. It is their 13th annual Microsoft 365 Ottawa event where you're going to explore how Microsoft 365 can help your organization, network with peers, learn about latest tech trends, and get insights from industry experts. This is super exciting. You can secure your spot. Thank you to the organizers, Mike Madrani, Antonio Mao, Habib Mankal, and Nurez Kamas. This is a great event, another wonderful Community Days event coming up soon. So definitely check it out if you're in the Ottawa area. So just as we know, it is event season again, and we have had so many wonderful events happen that just happened. Agent Cons in Singapore and Ho Chi Minh. We've had Collab Days Finland, Bordeaux. Baltic Summit just happened, Experts Live UK, M365 Twin Cities, where I was with Sarah and Wes and Tamara and Stalin and all the wonderful folks there who put on such a great show. It was so awesome. Past events for the community that were paid and paid events were the North American Cloud Summit and then the European FabCon. I heard that was awesome. Both events were awesome. And then coming up, we've got a ton of things happening, as you can see, all over the world. Just amazing set of events that you can check out. Now, remember, these most of these are in person. A lot of them are virtual as well, so you can check those out. And these are the free events. So these are the free events that people put on every year, a lot of the times, and that are run by our user group leaders and Microsoft MVP. So definitely check those out. We also have upcoming paid events that you can check out that our community producers put on. Our third-party producers. Power Platform Conference is coming up in Las Vegas, Nevada. That's going to be awesome. TechCon, Dallas, Identity Days. We're all going to be at ESPC in Dublin, Ireland coming up in December. And then, Fabric pushing all the way out already into March. So you've got all kinds of great things going on there too. So there's tons of resources as well for you to follow from us for Microsoft. Mondays at Microsoft. You've got all of the different MGCI, our community page on Facebook, our Microsoft community on LinkedIn, Microsoft adoption on X. We got, we're everywhere just about. So you can check out all of those things and get connected on the places that you enjoy looking for information. So yeah, we've got so many things going on. Any more fun questions or responses to our question of the day in the chat, Karuana?
Yes, we did have a response, and it was a really super valuable one. Sherry Brockington said, she's trying to figure out the difference between describe and configure agents in Microsoft 365 Copilot versus agents created in Copilot Studio. And this has been kind of an ongoing confusion where you had the agent builder in M365, you had Copilot Studio, and you had Azure AI Foundry. Well, we're simplifying that, Sherry. So my advice to you is to go ahead and do all of your learning in Copilot Studio, because that is going to be the primary experience for building agents, even in M365. It certainly appeared in our tenant internally in Microsoft IT. I believe we announced it 2 weeks ago, but it may not be seen in your tenant yet. But that agent builder will be deprecated and replaced with Copilot Studio in Microsoft 365 in the Copilot app that you can get to on that left rail. So everybody out there, Copilot Studio is is a place to learn and grow from. And you can go to adoption.microsoft.com or our AI Agents Hub and get your getting started information there for Copilot Studio. So definitely focus your learning on that, and you will be in good stead. And then custom agents and more complex work with custom LLMs, that's what Azure AI Foundry is for. And so there's just so much great work going on there. But that was a great answer there. Thank you, Sherry.
That's awesome. Right on. Well, we got through that. I wasn't sure we were going to get through everything. There was so much going on this week by 8:30. We did it on the money. I'm like, okay.
I know, it's crazy. And yes, someone says it's Ignite time again. Yes, it is. Fall is here. We will be at Microsoft Ignite. That's always so fun. This year it's in San Francisco. So I'm very excited about going to San Francisco. And oh goodness, we get to see, 16,000 of our closest friends all in one place. So we will definitely be there and have a really, really good time.
There is going to be a community section area at the event like usual. Very excited about that. It's going to be super cool. There'll be theater sessions. There'll be conversation pods. There'll be all kinds of activities to do. And there will be a website for communities specifically at Ignite launching this week. So that's really exciting. And so definitely check that out. And when you're looking at the session builder, you can definitely check out community and look at all the different divisions, what they have. All of us across all the divisions are bringing community sessions in. So you can check those off and make sure they're in your calendar as well. So
absolutely. And how long did it take you to get them to do that? What, a decade, Heather? Yay. That's a big win for Heather, always evangelizing community inside of Microsoft as much as she does outside. So thank you for that diligent work on influencing everyone to get that done.
I will say, I'm going to give a shout out to Cassandra and Jonathan and that team. They really pushed for it, and it's a pleasure working with them on this show. So just a big thank you to them. They really made it happen. So
that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Yeah. Well, I think that's a wrap for today. I hope you enjoy your time in Chicago. I kind of miss your background though.
I know
that background is not worthy of you. I'm sorry.
I was looking around and I was like, okay.
Or something.
I know. I was looking for one actually. I was like, I need a plant or something. Yes. So, but yeah, I am.
Right, everyone. Well, don't forget to fill in that survey. Let us know how you want to keep us. How you want us to keep evolving the show for you. We're excited to get your feedback, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks. October 6th. We'll be back. Have a wonderful week.
Later. Bye, everybody. Bye, Karuana.